Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Xochitl. If you are new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you can keep up with all of my videos, especially if you love makeup tutorials, reviews, demos. Shop with me at Bath & Body Works. If you guys haven't seen that video, I'll definitely put that one down below if you miss my candle day haul. Today, I wanted to do a video for those of you who might be struggling in the winter time like me, especially those of you who have very, very dry skin and you live somewhere like Chicago, New York, somewhere that isn't like California and Florida where it's, you know, kind of really great weather all year long. And by great weather, I mean like warm, humid, and where your cold gets to maybe like 50 degrees or something. That's a great day in Chicago, just saying. But if your skin does tend to dry up a little bit and you need to switch up your foundation routine and your foundation prep routine, then definitely keep on watching, because I've spent many years trying to kind of perfect and really just hydrate my skin just in general all year long, but especially the winter time is just not my friend, is not the friend to people with a dry skin, and it gets really cold here and my skin definitely feels it. So I wanted to show you the actually minimal products I would say that I use to really hydrate my skin, what really makes a difference when I apply my foundation, and the type of foundation I've been using to get that overall very hydrated and, dare I say, like dewy-ish glow for dry skin. And if you have dry skin, you know how hard that is to achieve. So it all starts with skincare, and in general, I would say washing your face every day, prepping at night as well, drinking water, hydrating. It starts from within, but I feel like how your base is doing is gonna make a difference as to what and how your foundation goes on. You can buy a hydrating foundation, but if your face is not hydrated, it's not really going to do what you want it to do. So the three items, my go-to items that I need in my life right now in order to achieve that very hydrated look. They're not actually like really super expensive either. They're not what I would consider as drugstore, but I think they're totally worth it. And when I tell you the price and how long they actually last me, I think you will see that they're worth kind of investing in. So the first one is going to be a face serum. I feel like the face serum, especially in the wintertime, is going to make the biggest difference. The one that I use is the Mario Badescu. This is their Rose Hip Nourishing Oil Face Serum. This is 1 fluid ounce, but honestly, you don't need that much either. And I say this is still affordable because it's $22. Yet, I would say this is the cheapest of the most affordable of the face serums that I feel like really makes a difference, really hydrates my skin. So let me show you guys just like how much you need. It was like 3 drops. Honestly, that's all you need is 3 drops of this. And I especially want to focus this in the middle of my face. And I like to pat that in. 3 drops is all it takes. So this really lasts a long time. So you're really getting your $22 worth. I've definitely tried more affordable face serums. I feel like even affordable face serums aren't that affordable. Maybe like $15 or so, but I feel like I need a lot and it really doesn't sink in as well as this one does. So you can just do just a face serum, but this is the winter time. We're dealing with dry skin, and just this in general, my face and my skin already feels super plump. The next thing, I'll let it kind of like sit there a little bit. So while I talk about that, the next item, because I want to do a combo. Normally, all year long, I just use my Kiehl's Ultra Facial Moisturizer for all skin types. And this is a 2.5 fluid ounce. This one is $21.50. You can get it at Nordstrom, probably Macy's as well. They have different renditions of it. But this one, who was it? I think Kathleen Lights introduced this one to me because Makeup by Mario mentioned using this one with like no primer. So I was like, I need to try it. And oh my God. This has made the biggest difference in my skincare routine in general. I love how lightweight it is because I do need that hydration, but I don't want to pack on so much like moisturizer where it's like feels gloopy, globby, extra greasy. And honestly, once again, you don't need much of this. And this one is $21.50, but this, I was looking at the last time I purchased this. I purchased this again in November. The last time I purchased it was April. So this lasts me almost more than half a year. So divide 7 months. by $21, $22. Like, okay, you know, it's totally worth it. That little bottle definitely goes a long way because you don't need to glob it on. You don't need to put like a tremendous amount. So especially when I pair this, with that serum in the wintertime, I am ready. My skin is plump. And when it's not so cold out, I honestly only use the face moisturizer, but especially when it came to the cold months, like I couldn't use my regular face moisturizer that I was using. It just was not enough. And this Kiehl's one, oh my God, like if you've been struggling, just get it. Add it to your Christmas wish list. Treat yourself, and oh my God, you will see the biggest difference. Even if you just use a moisturizer, you're going to see the biggest difference. So we're just going to let that sit there. Let it cling on, brush your teeth, you know, do other things, comb your hair a little bit. Really let all of that sink in before you go to your one more skincare step. This is going to give you just the ultra hydration for the winter time, for sure. The next item that's going to step it up yet again, I'm telling you, this is the secret for super dry skin. I feel like if you have normal to oily skin, you maybe only need one of these. But the secret here is the Mario Badescu. This is their facial spray with aloe, herbs, and rose water. They have a couple of different options too. They have like a cucumber one. Look on, normally on their products, they kind of tell you what skin types this is for. Of course, I just like the rose one. This huge bottle, I believe, is like anywhere from $14 to $17. They have the mini versions as well. I think those are about $7. You can kind of travel with those, which is great. Sometimes I buy the big ones and refill my little ones. With this is going to be the biggest difference as well. These are all just going to make a huge difference. Sometimes in the summertime, my normal routine is honestly just these two. But for the winter, when I'm really, really dehydrated, I add the Mario Badescu. So we're just going to go in. Oh, and this you want to sink in for sure. Let it sit there. You can pat it in before you put on any primer, because you don't want to put on primer too soon. You really want this to go into your skin, because then it's, you know, just gonna like mix and make things a little bit weird. But this just hydrates your skin even more. Even if you don't want to use, if you want to skip the serum, I would say go ahead. I think that if you want to skip it and just use the moisturizer in this, I think this would be a great combo, a great addition to your skincare routine. But I'm telling you, if you use all of these, like I'm looking at my skin right now, I'm feeling my skin right now, and it always just feels so good. So if your face is the Sahara Desert in the wintertime, like comment down below if you end up trying this and you're gonna see the biggest difference. Let me know if you do. Now I can get into actually putting on primer and foundation on my skin, but honestly, you take those extra 5 minutes to prep your skin with those skincare items, you're gonna see a huge difference. Now for primer, honestly, you can use your favorite primer that you want. I feel like this skincare prep routine is just so hydrating, where I don't necessarily have to go in with a hydrating primer. And the reasons why sometimes I don't, sometimes I do, but sometimes I don't. I have been going in with something like my e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer, and I'll show you how much. Like, I've used so much because my skin feels already so hydrated. I'm looking for my primer to kind of combat other items that I kind of need to conceal a little bit. So my pores in general are right here, because sometimes maybe when I go in with a very hydrating primer, I feel like my pores are a little bit more prominent. So I might want to just prep the skin, really hydrate it, and then now my skin can really take on a like non-hydrating, you know, primer specifically. Like I can kind of go with anything. I'm not necessarily going to go in with something mattifying, because I don't want that. But something like the Poreless Putty just glides on and does kind of what I wanted to do more so. You can totally go in with hydrating if you want. I really love the L'Oreal Glow Lock, as well as the Fenty Beauty hydrating primer is great. Too Faced Hangover RX is one of my favorites. That is like hydrating AF. The one I've been wanting to try is the Benefit. They came out with a poreless hydrating primer. I'm like, what? I remember the poreless was all the rage, probably very similar to the e.l.f., but I was like, I need some hydration. So I was like, I wonder what that combo is like. Or if you want, add the poreless right here and add, you know, hydrating everywhere else around your skin. So once again, we're going to add that, pat that in, let it kind of sit there, sink in before you go straight in with the foundation, because you'll notice the difference when you go in too fast as opposed to kind of, you know, giving everything its time to set settle in. For the foundation combo, this has been my winter foundation routine. So my skincare prep and the foundation that has just been just spectacular and has just made me just like not want to wash my face because it looks so good and hydrated is the Fenty Pro Filter Hydrating Foundation. I'm telling you, you need to try this. This has been like my nonstop go-to favorite. Like I'm gonna need to get a new one soon probably, but it's fine because I'm probably gonna need to get like my summer color, my summer shade. We're still doing good. My summer shade is the shade 280, so probably my all year round shade I think was probably gonna be maybe like 260 or something like that. But I love this one, and I specifically wanted to do this foundation routine for you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and start prepping this while I tell you why. Because I went out to dinner. This is a Patricia approved. So I went out to dinner, and this is after I've had my foundation on for quite a while now. And you know, we're outside, and Patricia's like, what foundation are you using? Because you look really hydrated. I'm like, oh my god, do you know how much of a compliment that is? And she's like, oh my god, no, but for real. And I told her it was the Fenty one, and I was like, oh my god, I've been loving this so much. It goes on so nicely, and yes, it just, she's like, you're glowing. I was like, oh my god, tell me why. I was like, I don't want to sound cocky, but yes. And I was doing my vlog for the Bath and Body Works Candle Day. And I was actually Instagramming too. And on my Instagram stories, I was just like, hey guys, it's 5 a.m. I'm here. And I like rewatched it back. And I was like, oh my god, my foundation looks good. I was like, I'm not in like any like really great lighting. Also, no filter on that Instagram story. I was like, I don't want to sound cocky, but that was no filter. And my face looks great. So, oh my god, if you want to look really hydrated, this Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Hydrating Foundation, if you have dry skin, you need to try it. Like, I am down. I love that they came out with this because their first Pro Filter one is definitely great for normal to oily skin, and I was feeling left out. But I can't just just look how like glowy it looks when it goes on, but then when it dries, it also still remains just a beautiful glow. It's not like overly dewy for those of you who don't like that. It's just like a nice natural glow, luminous look. For those of you who love your drugstore, you want something more affordable for the foundation, I would still encourage you using these skincare prep. I feel like when it comes to skincare, I don't always find a lot of drugstore options that are the best. I believe in investing in your skincare because it does have those ingredients that are going to be a little bit better. And specifically, I would say I love products like Mario Badescu because they are all natural, and it's one of those skincare is one of those, it's a journey. It takes time as opposed to wanting to those quick, you know, products that work really, really fast, but then they overly dry your skin type of a deal. But if you want a drugstore option for the foundation, I would definitely suggest the Maybelline. This new one has been my favorite, Dream Urban Cover. I think this would be a great combo I would use. And then as well as the Maybelline Fit Me Dewy and Smooth. Maybelline is doing it for the hydration game. I also have the Maybelline Radiance Liquid, but I haven't reach for that one as much as a Fenty. Like, I think that's still a good option, but Fenty don't. And that one's just still a little bit newer to me, but I probably will be grabbing that one a little bit more. Something else to add in is a hydrating concealer. I've been telling you guys once again, I feel like the Fenty and now this CoverGirl True Blend Undercover Concealer is also my favorite for that very, very hydrated look. I love it so much. And I feel like these two just goes so well together. This is honestly has been like my quick go-to face, but like because my face looks so like glowy and hydrated, it almost looks like I tried a lot harder than I actually did. To set my under eyes, I'm going to go with my NYX HD Finishing Powder. Alright, so I just added my brows because ain't nobody got time to watch that, and a little bit of my NYX matte liquid liner and mascara, my Flower Beauty Lash Warrior. And now I specifically do those first because I'm kind of letting the rest of my foundation kind of dry down before I go in with a bronzer. And I've been using the Fenty Beauty Sun Stalker Bronzer in the shade Private Island. So I just go in and just add that, and honestly this has pretty much just been my go-to like face routine, minimal products for like on the go but still look really put together even when you go to Bath and Body Works candle day at 5 a.m. And I added a little bit of that bronzer right here on my eyelid too. I've actually been liking like no eyeshadow and maybe just a bronzer there, and if anything I'll just add false lashes and like a dark colored lip, really defined lip, and it just looks like I tried. But in fact, I was quite lazy. If you want just to get a really crisp effect, I'm just gonna go back in with that NYX HD finishing powder and my sponge, or if you want that same brush, we're just going to clean up underneath just to give it more of a contoured effect. So this is just like my easy cheat for that. Especially because I do this when I'm in a hurry normally. And because usually this is like my go-to look, I usually won't do blush sometimes. So I just kind of bring that bronzer up a little bit. No additional product, but you can just clean, and then we can just clean that off and just kind of blend the bronzer together. Of course, we're going to add the lip combo of your choice depending on what type of hurry you're in. If you added lashes, not a deep color, I'm going to go in with something simple. Going in with my ColourPop. This is the I Love Sada E 951 lip liner. Obviously, I need to make an order and do another one. I'm going to take my ColourPop lipstick in Quickie, just like in the center. And because we're glowing around the face, I also want to glow on the lips. So we're going to take the Alamar Cosmetics Dulce lip gloss. Now, this isn't the finished step, especially if you have dry skin and you're working with powders and you don't want to look powdery all over. You want to add a spray. This isn't going to be your setting spray. I'll show you that one next, but something that's going to kind of make the powder melt into the skin, make it look a little bit more natural, not like you have product sitting on your face. My go-to is always the Max Fix Plus spray. This is going to give you a beautiful, luminous glow to your face. But if, say, you don't want to invest in yet another product, you don't have a Max Fix Plus, you can always go back in with your Mario Badescu spray as well. And especially if you have the small travel one, carry it with you and you can just kind of spray your face and hydrate throughout the day. That's what this is for, hydration. So either way, I mixed them up once. I think I ran out of the Max Fix Plus, so I just sprayed my face again. Like within the day when I was going back out, I added a little bit of the Mario Badescu. But either one, I always, to finish it, I'll go in with the Max Fix Plus, let that sink in, and then I'll do this one throughout the day. Your choice, you can do one, you can do both, but definitely when spraying too, you don't want to be like right here. You definitely want to kind of give yourself space, or else you're just going to be dripping water. I like to let that sink in depending on how dry I am too. I might go in with like 2 layers. Usually that's for like my very glam looks. But then to seal everything so that this lasts really, really long, your setting spray. I love the Milani Make It Last setting spray. And this is going to extend your glow throughout the day. This is basically the finished look, and honestly, like, it looks luminous, it looks glowy. I purposefully did not put on any face highlights, so you can't be like, you probably added face highlight. No, this is my natural glow with some skincare prep and a very hydrating foundation. But instead of specifically looking for a very luminous foundation, or like in general primers that give you a specific glow, because I feel like if your skin is dry, it's just gonna sit on your face and not look hydrating at all. It's not going to give you a glow because your skin is so dry. So definitely reach for the hydrating products. Prep your skin. And as you saw, it really wasn't that many products. It didn't take me that much time, but this is going to make the biggest difference for your makeup routine. And even the fact that I have makeup on underneath, I still feel like my face feels very plump and hydrated. And throughout the day, like I don't feel like, oh my god, my face is cracking, like, oh, do I have to like check and retouch? But just looks very like natural and just radiant. And this has just been my favorite look, and it just makes you look more done up than you actually are, because like your foundation, your base just looks so good. So you can really just do anything else on the face, and I think it'll look spectacular. So I hope you guys enjoyed this winter foundation routine, especially if you have dry skin. Let me know if you try it, if this works for you, and or if you have some other favorite products that you use that will not break the bank. This has been my favorite go-to foundation routine. You can definitely mix it up with some other more luminous products and really step it up a notch if you want as well, because as long as your face is feeling fresh, it will look fresh no matter what other foundation you're using, especially if maybe you want to use something maybe more of a satin natural finish that has no glow whatsoever. I feel like you're still gonna glow from underneath, and that's gonna come through within the surface as well. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to keep up with some more videos, and I'll see you all next time.